If you're thinking of getting a toller, you may have read that they are considered a sensitive breed, and you might be wondering, what in the heck does that mean? Which is exactly what I was wondering when I was researching tollers. Now that I have a toller, I understand exactly what this means, so I thought I would share from our experience how that sensitivity manifests itself. And let me just caveat that I'm sure the toller community will likely also have a lot to add to this, so if you're watching this and you have a toller and you want to add anything, please feel free to have at it in the comments. Fill your boots. When people say that tollers are sensitive, there's two things that come to mind for me now that I have had a toller for a few weeks. The first is that tollers tend to be more jumpy than other breeds. So new sounds, I found that for ours, sounds in particular, he's very sensitive to sounds. I'll give you a perfect example, and I think this kind of ties in with my second point too. The other day, he was eating out of a new food bowl, and as he was eating, I was cleaning our cat's food bowl, which is made of metal, and I accidentally dropped the bowl, which I can't beat myself up over because I'm just human and mistakes happen. But he screamed, he yelped as if he had been hit by something, and then was so afraid to go closer to his food bowl again because he obviously associated the food bowl with that scary noise. And not just that, but like when we've taken him to my in-laws' house, they live on a main road. When we take him on the balcony, his ears are slightly back, and you can see he's kind of very aware of the sounds and what's happening around him. The second thing to make you aware of if you're thinking of getting a toller and you're wondering about the sensitivity is these fear periods. Based on my research, dogs will tend to go through two fear periods. The first, some point between week 8 to 12, and the second at around the 6 to 8 month mark. These fear periods are essentially marked by the dog all of a sudden being more fearful of things, being a little bit more nervous, and they tend to last between 1 to 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure Vigo's going through one of these fear periods now, but tollers will tend to go through an increased volume of these fear periods. So I was actually speaking to another toller owner. I was asking her about her experience with fear periods because Vigo's going through one, and she was like, honestly, Liz, they've happened so frequently with my dog that they kind of blend in together. It's hard to tell when they begin and when they end. So just something interesting to bear in mind, and something that I don't think I fully appreciated before getting a toller. So I hope that's helpful. Feel free to ask any questions if anything isn't clear and you're considering getting a toller. I'm happy to share my experience, and I'm also aware that I have such a good nest of people who are in my TikTok community who also have tollers and who've had tollers for longer and who've had many tollers, who I'm sure can also share their experience. And make sure you give us a follow if you want to continue following our journey of raising Vigo to be a hopefully brilliant family dog.